Welcome to Centenary's classes. Today in this class, we will solve some very important questions from the exercise in quadratic equations. Let us see what is meant by the quadratic equation first. Before we will solve this, what is the form of a quadratic equation? So ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the form of a quadratic equation. If we can write any equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, otherwise ax square minus bx plus minus c or whatever be those symbols, that also will come as a quadratic equation. The condition is that the power of the variable should be 2. If the power of the variable is 2, then we can call it as a quadratic equation. And in earlier class, we have studied that the power is 1, then we will call it as a linear polynomial. So if power is 2, then we will call it as a quadratic polynomial. If the power is 3, then we will call it as a cubic polynomial. And the quadratic equations are somewhat like of a quadratic polynomial. The form specifically it is given as ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. And here 4 questions are given to us, and we have to check whether they are representing a polynomial, a quadratic equation or not. Let us consider the first question. First question is x plus 1 whole square is equal to 2 into x minus 3. So here we are having a square. First of all, let us complete the square. Then x plus 1 whole square is that a plus b whole square. So a square plus 2ab plus b square. Like that way we can write this verse. In left side will be x square plus 2 into a is 1, b 2a b. So x square plus 1 square. Sorry, here it is x. And the right side, just to multiply 2 into x is 2x, and 2 into minus 3 is minus 6. Then this will come as x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 6. Now bring the all right hand side terms to the left hand side. Then this will become as x square plus 2x. Bring this 2x term here, minus 2x will come. Then we are having plus here, and when this 6 will come, then this will become positive 6. This will be 0. Now this will be x square, 2x and 2x will get cancelled. Then we will get 1 plus 3, 1 plus 6 is 7 equal to 0. And the polynomial, the quadratic equation, it is compulsory that the a should not be 0. Here the coefficient of x square is not 0. So this is representing a quadratic equation. And let us consider the question number B. The question number B is x square minus 2x is equal to minus 2 into 3 minus x. This is also from the exercise 4.1. And this we can write it as x square minus 2x is equal to multiply 3 minus x with minus 2. So 3 into minus 2 is minus 6. And minus 2 into minus into minus will be plus. 2 into x is 2x. Now bring all these terms to the left side. So this will be x square minus 2x. Then this 2x term bring along with this 2x. So this will become minus 2x and plus 6x. Sorry, plus 6 it will come since here it is minus. So we will get it as x square minus 2x is minus 4x plus 6 equal to 0. So this is also a quadratic form. So this is a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. Now let us come to the third question. Question number C. What the question number 3 says? X minus, let me check whether the question number 3, what is it? X minus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 3. That is the question number 2C. X minus 2 into x plus 1 is equal to x minus 1 into x plus 3. So multiply the x minus 2 with the x plus 1. So x into x will be x square. Then x into 1 will be x. Minus 2 into x will be minus 2x. Minus 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. That will be equal to, here also multiply x minus 1 with the x plus 3. So x into x is x square. X into 3 is 3x. Minus 1 into x is minus x. Minus 1 into 3 is minus 3. Then bring all these right hand terms to the left hand terms and take a care that when we will bring x square, then bring that x square along with the x square and x terms along with the x terms and the constant terms along with the constant terms. That will help us to make the process of subtraction as well as the addition easy. So x square is here and here also x square is there and this is plus. So here it will become minus x square. And we are having x and minus 2x is there. So minus 2x and x here it will be minus x. And here we are having 2x, 3x and x is there. So when we will add, then you will get 2x. So that 2x I am bringing here, then it will be minus 2x. Then here a constant minus 2 is here. Here a constant plus minus 3 is there. So that will become plus 3. This equal to 0. So square x square will get cancelled. Minus x minus 2x is minus 3x. Minus 2 plus 3 is plus 1 equal to 0. Here is there x square term? No, there is no x square term is there. So it is not in the form of ax square plus bx plus c. And this x square itself is not there. So this is not a quadratic equation. Now let us come to the last question in this case, that is x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 the whole cube is the question. So we will solve the next question, that is question number D. Question number D is x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1 is equal to x minus 2 the whole cube. So here in left hand side, no process is to be done. So simply write down x cube minus 4x square minus x plus 1. And in right hand side, we are having a cube, that a minus b cube like that. So this is a cube minus 3a. Here it will be a minus b whole cube. We know that a cube minus 3ab into a minus b minus b cube. So we have to convert it into this form. So this will be a cube means x cube, then minus 3a is x, b is 2 into a minus b is x minus 2 minus b cube means 2 cube. So this will be equal to x cube minus 3 into 2 means 6x into x minus 2 minus 8 is equal to 2 cube means 8. X cube minus multiply with the 6x and this bracket, then this will be 6x square, then minus into minus will be plus 12x we will get, then minus 8. Now bring all this right hand side terms to the left hand side. So in left hand side we are having x cube is there. I am bringing the right hand side x cube also here. So it will become minus x cube. Then we are having minus 4x square is here. Bring this 6 minus 6x square to here. So it will become plus 6x square. Then we are having minus x here. Bring this plus 12 here. So it will become minus 12x. Then we have plus 1. Bring this minus 8 here. So it will become plus 8. That is 0. So x cube and x cube will get cancelled. Minus 4x square plus 6x square, when you add, then you will get 2x square. Then minus x minus 12x is minus 13x. Then 1 plus 8 is 9 equal to 0. So this is the equation that we have got in our question number D. And this is also of the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. This is also a quadratic equation. In second question, the area of a rectangular plot is given as 528 meters square. The length of the plot in meters is 1 more than twice its breadth. And the question is asking us to represent the given situation in the form of a quadratic equation. So whenever such questions are coming, we should give maximum care in reading. If we can understand the situation properly, then only we can write down the terms properly. If we read fast and try to solve it, then the chance of committing mistake is there if the question is not solved by you before. So let us come to the question. Here the area of a rectangle is given. Rectangular plot is equal to 528 meters square. Then length of the plot is given as 1 more than twice its breadth. So length is equal to 1 more than twice its breadth. See, by reading this question, we can understand that the area of the plot is given in meter, as well as the length and breadth is also given in terms of meter. So there is no contradiction regarding the unit anywhere. So we can proceed without giving much care to the unit, because unit is same. If unit is not same, then the conversion is also required. Instead of meter, if it is given in inches or feet, then we have to convert it into meter, otherwise to feet, like that way. So other thing is that length is given, but length is given in terms of breadth. So if the breadth of that plot we know, then we can find out the length. So breadth also we don't know, length also we don't know. And during this situation, we all know that we have to introduce some variable. We have to introduce a variable. Let us introduce a variable, whether we can introduce the variable for length representing length or breadth. That is a question. See, the length is given in terms of breadth, and here the better is that to take the variable representing breadth rather than of length. Then the length we can represent in terms of the variable stands for breadth. So here, let us assume breadth of that plot is equal to x. Let us assume the length, breadth as x, then the length L will be what? Length L is equal to twice the breadth. Read this term first, twice the breadth. Rather than reading the full thing, full sentence, read this first, twice its breadth. So breadth is x, twice the breadth means 2x. Then read this one, 1 more than. Then read this one, 1 more than. First we are reading twice its breadth. First before that we have assumed the breadth is x. Then since it is twice its breadth, so we are multiplying the x with 2. So 2x we got. And again it is saying that 1 more than twice its breadth. So twice its breadth is 2x, and 1 more than means plus 1. So this way L is representing 2x plus 1. That is 2 into breadth plus 1. Now, area of a rectangle. What is the area of a rectangle? The area of the rectangle, we know, length into breadth. That is L into B, we can say. So here B is representing this breadth. L is representing length. So length is equal to 2x plus 1 and breadth is x. And the area is already given as 528. So 2x plus 1 into x is equal to 528. Now multiply 2x plus 1 with the x. So 2x into x means 2x square. 1 into x means plus x. So this will be 528. So when we will bring this 528 to the left side, then this will become 2x square plus x minus 528 equal to 0. So this is the mathematical representation of the given situation. And this is a form of a quadratic equation. So the given situation, we could write it as the given situation is representing 2x square plus x minus 528 equal to 0 is the situation representing. Question, the product of two consecutive positive integers is 306 is given, 306. And we have to represent the situation into a quadratic equation. So what does means by two positive integers? Integers we know, positive integers are there as well as negative integers are there. See, if I am writing this 2, 3, then for the case of positive integers, after 2, 3 will come. So these 2 and 3 is representing two positive consecutive integers. So I can write this is like this way also. Instead of writing 2, 3, I can write it in terms of 2 itself. So first letter will be representing 2 and second letter will be representing 2 plus 1. So which is also equal to 2 and 3. So instead of writing 2, 3, I can write it as 2, then 2 plus 1. So both are same. So if it is so, then what is the product of two consecutive integers? The answer is given as 306. We have to find out two consecutive integers here. And here I have wrote 2 and 3. Then I have wrote it as 2, then 2 plus 1. But these are not the given consecutive integers that we don't know. Since we don't know, so we will be introducing the variable. So let us assume that the first positive integer. Let us assume the first positive integer as x. Instead of that, you can assume this as t, u, whatever be. But the thing is that it should be a variable. And what should be the second positive integer? Two consecutive I have shown here. If 2 is the first, then next one is 2 plus 1. So if x is first, then next one will be x plus 1. And now we can go to make the product of this. So product is first and second product is x into x plus 1. So we will get here it as x square plus x. And this product, we have already given the product is equal to 306. This means that x square plus x equal to 306. So we can write it as x square plus x minus 306 equal to 0. So this is representing a quadratic equation. So this is the mathematical expression of the given situation. Fourth question, a train travels a distance of 480 kilometers at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 kilometers per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. Find the speed of the train and show the situation in the form of a quadratic equation. So the distance to be traveled by a train is given. And it is given as 480 kilometer. And this 480 kilometer doesn't have any change. This kilometer only the train has to cover. But the thing is that the speed is, the question is saying that if the speed is reducing 8 kilometer per hour, then it would have taken 3 hours more. Speed, if it is reducing 8 kilometers per hour, then it would take 3 more hours to cover 480 kilometers. So let us assume initial speed u as the initial speed. Let us assume the initial speed as u. And then what happens that if u is the speed, then we know the equation of speed is equal to distance by time. Let us take we have already taken the speed as u, and distance we know that is 480 kilometer, and time let us take it as t. Then if we want to find the time t will be 480 divided by u. Why I am doing this? Because in question it said already, find the speed. So if we have to find the speed, then we have to change all times in terms of speed. That's why I am changing the time in terms of speed. I have changed the time t in terms of speed. So what it has become, t has become 480 upon u. So instead of time t to write, I will write 480 divided by u, so that we will be able to find the mathematical situation in terms of speed. Otherwise, it would have gone in terms of speed as well as the time. Then what else is happening is that the speed is reducing. So speed is reducing means that how much? 8 kilometers per hour. Then what will happen? U is reduced to be u minus 8. And that will be becoming as u minus 8 will be, time will be increasing. How much time is increasing? 3 hours. So time will become t plus 3. T will become t plus 3, and see the distance is constant and distance is not changing. Distance is 480 only. So let us bring this t plus 3 denominator to the left side. Then this will become u minus 8 into t plus 3 is equal to 480. But we know t is equal to 480 by u. So we will replace t with 480 by u. So this will become u minus 8 into 480 divided by u. So see that t is getting cancelled by 480 by u. So the term variable t we don't have here. And this is equal to 480. Be equal to u minus 8 into 480 plus 3u divided by u will be is equal to 480. That is u minus 8 into 480 plus 3u will be is equal to 480u. Now multiply. So u into 480 will be 480u. Then 3u into u is 3u square minus 8 into 480 minus 8 into 3u is equal to 480u. Now bring all to the left hand side. Then 480u is here. Bring this 480u here. So minus 480u plus 3u square minus 8 into 480. Then we are having minus 8 into 3u equal to 0. So 480u and 480u will get cancelled. So we will get 3u square. Then minus 8 into 3u I am writing here. Then we are having minus 8 into 480 equal to 0. See here everywhere the 3 will go. So divide everywhere. By 3, divide the whole equation by 3. So we will get 3u square by 3 is u square minus 8 into 3 is there. So 8u it will come minus 8 into in 4 1 time will go, in 18 6 time will go. So 160 is equal to 0. That is u square minus 8u minus, when you multiply this, 8 into 0 is 0. 8 into 6 is 48. So 8 into 1. So this is 12 equal to 0. So we will get it as u square minus 8u minus 1280. 1280 this will come. So this is an unsolved question from the exercise. Fifth question, we have to find the root of this given equation by factorization method. Equation is x square minus 3x divided minus 10 equal to 0. Let us split the middle term as we are already know. So middle term is 3x, such that we have to introduce two numbers so that its product should be minus 10 as well as its sum is 3. So if we introduce two terms, let us consider the two terms as -5 and -5 and +2. Then the sum will be -3, as well as product will be -5 into 2 is -10. So -5 and -3, -5 and +2 we can take to split up that middle term. So let us write x square minus 3x minus 10 equal to x square minus 5x then plus 2x minus 10. So this will be in x square, we are taking x outside, so x will be remaining here and minus 5. And from here, the term 2 we are taking it outside, so x will be remaining here, and here 10 by 2 is 5. And from here, then x plus 2 is coming into x minus 5. So this is equal to, this is equal to 0, this is equal to 0, and this is also equal to 0. Two terms are multiplied and that is equal to 0 means both the term equal to 0. It means that x plus 2 equal to 0 and x minus 5 is also equal to 0. That means x is minus 2 and here x means is 5. So the roots of the given quadratic equation are -2 and 5. In question number 6, two numbers we have to find, and the sum of the two number is 27 and product is 182. The sum of two numbers is given as 27. Same way, the product of these two numbers is given as 182. So wherever this situation comes or this situation is getting, then concentrate on the product and find out the factors of product. So let us find the factors of, and let us find the pair of factors of 182. So what will be there? 1 into 182 is one pair of the factor. Then another 2 into 91. 91 times 2 will go. And whether 3 will go here, 3 will not go here throughout. And whether 4 will go, 4 also will not go throughout. And 5 also will not go, and 6 also will not go throughout. We will get the remainder. If remainder will get, then that we cannot take. And whether 7 will go, then 7 will go in 26 times. And next 8 will not go here, 9 will not go here throughout, and 10 will not go, then 11 also will not go, 12 also will not go. Now the next one is 13. How many times the 13 will go? See how many times 13 will go in 182. Here it will go one time, then 30, then 5, then 52. Then this will go in 4 times, then 52. Then we are getting 0. So it will go in 14 times. So I think that is this 13 and 14 we have got. When we add this 13 and 14, then we will get 27. Okay. And then we will multiply this 13 and 14, then we will get 182. So the two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182, the two numbers are 13 and 14. Hope you could understand it very well. Please like and share the video with your friends, and also subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed. By that way, by subscription, you will get a lot of videos from my side. And thank you for watching.